When people hear about Adolf Hitler, one question always comes up. Why did he hate Jews so much? The answer is not simple, but it is important to understand, because hatred like this does not appear overnight. To understand Hitler's hatred, we need to go back in time. Long before Hitler was born, Jews in Europe were already treated differently. They were often blamed when things went wrong. Plagues, economic problems, wars. Someone always needed a scapegoat, and minorities were the easiest target. By the time Hitler grew up, these old prejudices already existed. Hitler did not invent hatred. He learned it, absorbed it, and later used it. As a young man, Hitler failed many times in life. He failed to become an artist. He lived in poverty. He felt ignored and humiliated. Instead of asking, "What went wrong in my life?" he asked, "Who is responsible for my failure?" And that question is dangerous. After World War I, Germany was in crisis. The country lost the war. The economy collapsed. People were angry and desperate. Hitler looked at this chaos and chose an easy answer. He claimed Germany was betrayed from within, not by military mistakes, not by bad leadership, but by Jews. This idea was false, but it was simple, and simple lies are powerful. Hitler believed in something called racial hierarchy. He believed some groups were superior and others were inferior. This belief had no scientific proof, but Hitler treated it like truth. He described Jews not as individuals, but as a single enemy group. This made it easier to hate them. When you stop seeing people as people, cruelty becomes easier. Hitler also used propaganda. Newspapers, posters, speeches, schools, all repeated the same message again and again, that Jews were dangerous, that Jews were responsible for Germany's problems, that removing them would fix everything. When people hear the same lie repeatedly, it starts to feel believable. Many ordinary Germans accepted these ideas, not because they were born hateful, but because fear was louder than truth. Speaking out felt risky. Staying silent felt safe, and silence allowed hatred to grow. Over time, discrimination became normal. Hatred became law. Violence became justified. The result was one of the worst tragedies in human history. Millions of innocent Jews were killed, not because they did something wrong, but because a lie was allowed to grow unchecked. Hitler's hatred was not based on facts. It was built on fear, failure, and false stories. And that is the most important lesson. Hatred does not need truth to survive. It only needs people who stop questioning. History teaches us that dangerous ideas do not always arrive loudly. Sometimes they arrive quietly through blame, fear, and silence. And that is why this story matters. Not just to remember the past, but to recognize warning signs in the present. Because hatred always begins the same way, by turning people into enemies.